On a Thursday night game, the last regular season game for both teams, Grand Island Central Catholic visits its toughest opponent of the year. That opponent, Hastings St. Cecilia, is on a tear during its last 4 games by outscoring opponents 217-12. Central Catholic brings in a stiff defense as well and adds on a tough running game led by Zach Staraska. St. Cecilia has a running game of their own, which is led by Justin Small. During the first quarter, turnovers kept the Crusaders in it and left no points on the board until Casey Weens hooked up with Brian Gokul for a 73-yard TD pass with 1:42 left in the first quarter. Not long after, with just 2 seconds left in the first, aforementioned Justin Small breaks free for a 63-yard touchdown run to tie things up after 1. That was the last time Central Catholic would be close. The Blue Hawks used multiple looks to drive down the field and punch in 2 more scores before halftime. One on a 6-yard run from Zach GICC and a 24-yard pass from Craig Farmer to Austin Bilas with 1:29 left in the second quarter. The score at the half, Hastings St. Cecilia 20, Grand Island Central Catholic 7. Coming out of halftime, the Crusaders had a chance to make things interesting starting out with the ball, but the Blue Hawk defense came through and was able to pretty much put a stop to any offensive movement from Central Catholic, who had under 50 yards total offense in the second half. Hastings was able to mix it up on offense and get a couple drives going, and was able to score on a 3-yard Justin Small run and a 12-yard pass from Jordan Jacobke to round out the scoring in the third quarter, making the score 34-7. Coming in the fourth quarter, the Crusaders knew they had to do something different. Normally with favorable field position, but this time deep in their own territory and on 4th and long, Central Catholic tried a fake punt, which looked good, but the pass came up short and was picked off and returned inside the 5, which led to another Justin Small touchdown run, this time from 5 yards out. This score seemingly drove the nail the rest of the way as the Blue Hawks put the Crusaders in a 41-7 hole. 3 and out led to a GICC punt, and Hastings had one more shot to put points on the board with good field position. They were able to do that on the ground, capping the drive off with a 7-yard TD run from Andrew Young, notching the score up to 47-7. That would be the end of the scoring as each team let the reserves have some action. Central Catholic mustered just 148 yards of total offense on the night, led by Casey Weens through the air with 101 yards, and Zach Staraska, who had 48 yards rushing on 14 attempts. The Blue Hawks were led by Justin Small, who had 158 yards on the ground and 3 scores. Penalties were there for both teams, but didn't seem to contribute to the scoring. Grand Island was flagged 9 times, while Hastings was backed up 7. Hastings St. Cecilia uses tough defense and a solid running game to win their last regular season game, moving them to 8-0. Grand Island Central Catholic suffers its first loss and moves to 7-1. Each team will await playoff pairings coming out on Saturday for next week's playoff round. For the Grand Island Independent, this is Denton Cushing reporting.